This is a demo recording of our MVP. At Murnitur, we are building an all-in-one observability platform from tracing to testing. So what we've done, we've built an SDK where you can trace your LLM applications, and this is the dashboard or the platform where you can see the results of those tracing. And we're also going to step further by creating a playground and also an analysis dashboard. So I'm just going to go through the playground real quick and choose Sonnet as my model. You can set up configurations, and I want this LLM to be creative, so I'll just say 1 as the temperature. And another cool thing is you can just add variables here. All right, so over here now we have the question, and I can just ask what is TypeScript, for example, as a question, and run this, and that should generate the response to me. So what we're planning to do in the future is to have the functionality where you can now add your own model, so you're not limited to the providers that we give to you by default. So we also have a comparison hub where you can compare different models, and it's really straightforward. You just choose different presets, and presets are like templates, prompts template that you've already set up initially. So I have this one right here, and I'll just choose this version and continue. I can choose the model I want to use. Let me just use this for the start. I want to compare it with the same preset, same version, but I want to compare it with Anthropic and see which one gives the better response. So if you look at it, it takes in an input variable called question. I'm just going to ask the same question: what is TypeScript? I can run everything, and after running I can see the response that each model generated back to me. So I can see OpenAI GPT 3.5 took 2.69 seconds and it consumed 104 tokens, in contrast to Anthropic's, which consumed 295 and it took 11 seconds to execute. So from looking at this, I can actually read more on what they returned, but I can also, from this, I can make informed decision as to which one is more performance in terms of latency, in terms of costs. So we provide a comparison hub where you can try this out. Now the traces is things that happen from the SDK, and we can see more on. So you can see this is an like hallucination check that we ran, and we were able to like trace every step of that process. So individual traces, individual LLM requests, we can see them here. And the reason why we separate this is to have the ability to either add to a data set, so in case you want to group LLM requests, or you can as well just download it for training, for more training and like for fine-tuning. So that's why we have this part of the application. Evaluation, we have two modes of evaluation. We have human evaluation and we have AI evaluation. I'm just going to show you the human evaluation. So if I click on one of the traces here and I click on evaluate, so I can just quickly annotate in terms of conciseness. I can like annotate that and say, okay, yeah, I'm giving it a 5-star. I can just say, okay, did it perform well, true or false? So I can just give it a thumbs up for true. I can grade it like this. So this is the human annotation, the human evaluation. We also provide AI evaluations where you just select a preset, again a prompt template, and you just configure which model you want to run. In case you have your own model, you can also select that here. I'll just go with the default and I'll choose the data set. So I'll just go with this data set, for example, continue, and I'll just go through the metrics I'm interested in. Maybe I want to check, was the reply toxic, was it biased, and was there any form of hallucination, right? So those are things that you can actually run, and once we run that, the results will be ready. So let's go through one of the results that have already come out before, and if you look at the relevancy, it was relevant but it's hallucinated, right? So we can actually have the reason to why it's hallucinated. So this is just a quick overview of what Murnitur AI can do, because we're building an AI observability platform. We also have the ability to send, for you to configure alerts. So in case you're on a budget and you want to keep track of how much token or how much cost in USD, or maybe latency as well, you want to keep track of that, you can just add a configuration right here, and we will periodically keep checking to see if any of this was triggered, and we're just going to notify you either by Slack or email, depending on which one you configured.